Hi, this is Monique, and today I'm doing a review of the Netflix movie 1922. So before we do anything, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button and follow me on YouTube. So I just watched that movie 1922 on Netflix. It's a really popular movie right now. It's kind of a horror movie, and I watched it in honor of Halloween being in a couple of days. So leading up to Halloween, I watch a bunch of scary movies. I love watching scary movies. So this is going to be a review of the movie. So basically, this is a Stephen King movie. So this year, the big Stephen King movie was It, but this is kind of like a kind of subtle Stephen King movie. It's based off of a novella that Stephen King wrote called 1922, and so it's a story about a farmer hatching this plan to murder his wife with the help of his son and hide it, and it shows how, they become cursed. I'm sorry if I just gave away everything, but it's about the curse that happens to him after he murders his wife. So it was actually not as scary as I thought it would be. Knowing certain Stephen King movies, like the original It movie, and watching some like really famous Stephen King based movies like Carrie or Stand By Me or Shawshank Redemption. I mean, it was still a really awesome movie. It was a good movie, but it wasn't as scary as I thought it would be. Like scary, like Cujo scary. I think that some of his stories, the scare factor in those stories is that it could actually happen. Like there could be a rabid dog out to get you or something like that. But anyhow, so in this story, I guess I wouldn't watch this movie if you were afraid of animals like rats and stuff, because rats are all the way through the whole movie, and I think it's probably one of those weird psychological things that the guy is seeing rats because he's losing his mind, and so that's like when you say that you see bugs crawling all over you or rats crawling all over you, then it's like a psychological thing that shows that your mind is going. Anyhow, I thought it was a very good movie, really good story, but I don't know, I just felt like it wasn't like a Stephen King story, like you're shocked and surprised. It's kind of like you watch the trailer and you know the entire movie from the trailer. You know exactly what happens, or you can predict what happens just from watching the first 5 minutes of the trailer. But I'll post the link to the trailer in the description, or you can watch it on Netflix if you like. But it was a very good movie. I like the cinematography. I like the setting. It was really nice. I don't know. The only thing that I found really weird about the movie was, like, it wasn't scary. There was not a lot of blood and guts. There's a little bit of blood and guts, but not something that you cringe totally at unless you don't like rats. And then I think there was like the part where the father and the son hatched the plan to kill the mother. Like the son shows remorse and everything. But I'm sorry, if you were like this, really well-beloved son, I don't see that happening. I don't see the son suddenly killing the mother with the father just because he wants to stay close to his girlfriend, and then it ends up being that he can't stay with his girlfriend anyway. So that's the only part of the movie that didn't really make sense to me. And another part of the movie that didn't make sense to me was the mother. Like, apparently there's a feud between the mother and the father for some land or something like that. Well, if the movie is set in 1922, women, I think, in North America only got the right to vote in 1920. So that makes no sense. If she was married to this guy and she inherited the land and they're married for 15 years, so when her father dies, succession would have said that the husband got the land, because women probably at that time didn't have the right to own land, right? So that makes no sense. Like, if women didn't have the right to own land, what are they fighting over? All of the money and everything would have gone straight to him, and then there would be no fight. So I was kind of like, okay, that part didn't make sense at all. I'm pretty sure it was the 1920s when women first got the right to vote, but they still didn't have, like, the right to own property and stuff like that. So that's one part of the movie that didn't really make sense to me. And so when I was thinking of that, like halfway through the movie, I was kind of like, okay, whatever. Like once it got to like 3/4 into the movie, I was like, okay, it's time for the movie to be over. But it was a good movie. It's kind of hard to like get into it within the first 10 minutes, but after that, you're just like, okay. So I would say go watch 1922 if you want a little scare before Halloween and you don't want too much of a scare. It's a good story idea. It's a Stephen King story idea, so of course it's got to be good. Okay guys, thanks for watching. I will see you later. Bye.